Okay, we're going to start by creating a component in our Angular app. Now, one way to do this is to go to this client app folder, under app, under components, add a new folder with two files, a TypeScript file and an HTML file. And then we also have to register this new component in app.module. So there are a lot of steps involved. Now I'm going to show you a quick way to create a component in this application. First, go to the terminal and install the latest version of Angular CLI globally. So npm install @angular/CLI @latest-g. Now, if you're on Mac or Linux, you also need to put sudo, otherwise you will get a permission error. Now I'm going to go somewhere else, like our desktop, and generate a new Angular project using Angular CLI. So ng new hello-world. Now it's going to install the node modules from npm. We can stop this using Ctrl+C. Now in the list of files here, you can see we have a file called angular-cli.json. I'm going to copy this file into a project. So let's go to this folder, hello world, copy .angular-cli.json. I'm going to copy it to my vgov folder. If you're not comfortable doing this in terminal, you can use File Explorer in Windows. So back in our project, now we have this Angular CLI file here. We need to make a small change in this file. So under apps, root, we need to change the source folder to client app, because that's where our Angular app resides. So here's the client app folder I'm talking about. So inside this folder, we've got our Angular app. Now, once again, back in the terminal, note that I'm in the project folder. This is the vgov project. I'm going to install Angular CLI as a dev dependency in this project as well. So npm install @angular/cli @latest-save-dev. Now I'm going to go to our client app folder, and then the app folder, and here we have a folder called components. So look, currently we have 5 components here. Now I want to add a new component here. So ng, g, which is short for generate, component, vehicle-form. Note that I'm running this command from the components folder. This is very important. So now inside components folder, we have a new folder called vehicle-form. And in this folder, we have an HTML template, a CSS file, a TypeScript file for our component, and a TypeScript file for our unit tests. Now, before going any further, I want you to delete this TypeScript file, which includes a unit test for this component. As you can see, here we have 2 red underlines for describe and before each functions. These functions belong to Jasmine. And here we haven't installed Jasmine, and we're not going to do so because our focus is not on unit testing. So if you don't delete this file, later you may get a runtime error because when Webpack tries to build our bundle, it will not find these functions. So delete this third file here, vehicleform.component.spec.ts. Okay, now, this command we executed in terminal to generate a component also registered our component in app module. So let's take a look at app module. Look, we have an import statement here, and you can see it registered in the declarations array of our module. So it's a time saver. Use this approach when generating new components. Next, we're going to create a new route for our new component.